Welcome back to Severed Sons, everyone.
Thank you, Ron.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We are a Frostmaiden actual play D&D podcast, and we are excited to bring you Tales of the Frozen North and the Everlasting Rime. My name is Ron Murphy, Dungeon Master, and around the virtual table we have...
What's up, everybody? My name is Paul, and I play Donar, the pliable Dracodonian, the green dragonborn monk chef.
Good evening, it's Ross playing Fang, the Shifter Twilight Cleric.
Hey guys, it's Blake playing Kai No Hands, the human monk.
Oh,
Kai Crispy Hands.
Yeah, crispy hands.
Ugh.
I'm Josh. I am playing Zemu, the Turtle Fighter.
Buenas noches. Yo soy Zachary Burrell. Play Juegamo. No, I don't know. That's the external.
No, you gotta keep going.
Wego. I play, I think. I'm pretty positive.
Trex.
Good.
Pequeño Kobold.
Kobold pequeño. The adjectives come after it.
I don't know if there is a Spanish word for
Je parle
kobold.
français. Désolé.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us for episode, 15?
Whoa.
This is 15. And we actually have a review to read tonight. I'm going to take
shitting me.
Larbarian's review that she just posted on Twitter. It's really amazing. It's super fun, easy to follow. Voice clarity is great. Great characters, just a super fun time. Lots of emojis, heart emojis, rainbow emojis, cross sword emojis, beer emojis, flame emojis, rocking out emojis, and face with the heart.
The emojis, we need to know which ones they are. They tell the story.
They tell the story, yes.
That's so nice. Thanks.
That's very nice.
Larbarian.
Yeah.
Anything else we need to talk about before we get started?
I'm sure, but let's get into the action.
Yeah,
you can
so
plug it
many
in
things.
later. Let's begin tonight's episode of Severed Sons, episode 15, Fan the Flames. Last time, you returned to the frontier town of Caer Konig, having just rescued Garrett and Perilu from the deadly reaches of Kelvin Cairn. Upon returning to town, you are told that additionally 2 milk cows were taken from a barn. Donar remembered that he had been deputized by Speaker Trovis and decided to conduct an investigation. You decided to lay a trap for the thief and borrowed an axe beak from a local landowner who was more than happy to help the new deputy. Donar named the axebeak Ted Johnson, and all of you walked him around town, hoping to draw the thief's attention. Kai, you decided to look around town on your own as the rest of you headed to the Northern Light, tying the axebeak to a hitching post outside of the inn. Corey and Allie provided you with food and lodging for the evening. Kai, you went back out again, deciding to patrol the town on your own. As Fang, you watched the axebeak through the front window of the inn, intent on catching the criminal in the act. Kai, you found a set of dwarven footprints in the snow around the ruins of the castle and followed them north out of town. Fang, your weary vigil started to get the best of you as you closed your eyes for only a moment, then looked up to see the axebeak loose and running away. All of you ran out the front door and chased the bird up the hill. Kai, hearing the commotion, you dashed toward the cries of the axebeak, your feet barely touching the snowy ground as you ran. As Kai started to catch up to the axebeak, an invisible Duergar riding the bird fired crossbow bolts at you, keeping you from getting any closer. The chase continued into the snowy hills as the bird headed for a sleigh hooked up to a large lumbering humanoid figure which threw a rock at you. Outnumbered, Kai, you called off the chase and watched the group flee toward the mountain. Reunited, you followed the tracks of the sleigh to a fortress built into the side of a mountain, and from within, Duergar launched crossbow bolts at you. Clinging to the side of the valley, you made your way closer to the front gates, but as you did, those gates crashed open, and a towering ogre zombie ran outside and began wailing on Zemu, who was trying to force open a frozen grate. You defeated the undead creature, but as you did, 2 more Duergar joined the battle, leading a swarm of mushroom spore-infected tin-towners. And roll initiative, everyone!
Yeah. Let's get into it.
Fantastic.
That's pretty good.
Not great.
Okay, Zemu, what'd you get?
10.
10. Kai?
22.
There we go.
There we go. Trax?
That's a nat 1. That's a 5.
5.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I'm getting it out of the way.
Fang?
11.
11. Donar.
7.
7. These mushroom, like the mushrooms growing all over their face and arms and out of their clothing. Like one's got their chest kind of busted open and like bones sticking out, and they're coming out. They've got weapons, spears, but they come out of the gates and they're like making all sorts of weird, unnerving hissing noises, like when you're playing Last of Us with headphones on and you have to take the headphones off because it's too fucking scary.
Too scary.
So, Kai, your turn.
Kai is going to use his action to scoop Trax back up on his back again.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just going to move 50 feet over here.
Yeah, okay.
And he will hold an action. Well, I guess use the action to pick up Trax. So, never mind.
Well,
that's it.
just picking them up is fine. Like, just that's fine. If it was something bigger,
Okay.
okay,
Then
fine.
I'm going to hold an action that if anything comes within range, I'm going to kick it.
I'm just imagining Trax's feet is kind of trailing behind because you're running so fast. You actually, it's like, because you kind of slide across the frozen stream, and it's a little bit further, like downhill to the road up to the gates. And so you're just kind of like scooting down the hill. The 2 Duergar who are in the gate, they are going to kind of step out to either side, and they're enlarged. They're like 10 feet tall, and they're holding crossbows, and they also have war picks at their waist, but they fire their heavy crossbows at Kai.
Uh-oh.
That is 19.
Yep.
And the second one rolls more than that. Okay.
Yep.
And these are heavy crossbows.
Goody.
That is 12 points total. Woo! Both bolts.
Okay.
And behind you, you see what they were standing on. You can see it on the map because you got the overhead view. I think those of you have a clear view. But you see this wooden bridge suddenly like clank, 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 go up to vertical, and you can't see what's underneath it. But there's definitely some sort of drawbridge that got pulled up.
That like essentially shut off the door that they came through.
No, it's on the other side, so it looks like a 20-foot gap from the front of the gates to where the fulcrum, where the hinge.
Got it. Oh, okay, it went the
is.
opposite direction. I understand what you're saying.
Yes. Zimu, the Duergar that's behind, he's going to try to take a shot at... Actually, I think he has a better angle at Fang. He steps to the arrow slot, the arrow slit, and fires at Fang. And that's only like an 11. He
Yes.
misses, so the bolt flies over your head, and then he steps back behind cover. Fang, your turn.
Bang. Seeing lots of action, he decides now's the time. He gives his neck a quick on either side and takes a big breath. Very quickly shifts into his
There we go.
bestial form. His mouth widens, his teeth are bared, his hair can't be tamed anymore, pops out of his whatever ribbon was holding it together. But,
Super handsome.
Like
Go through so many ribbons.
yeah, the wind is blowing a little bit.
There's a twinkle in his eye.
But like I said, now that he's changed to Twilight, it seems that he doesn't drool anymore. He's far less feral about it. That was a bonus action, and then as an action, he casts Word of Radiance. Just holds out his hand, his left hand, utters the word "suns" under his breath, and everybody that he can see, so both Duergar and every spore, has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, let's do the Duergar first. Oh, that's only an 8 for the one on the right, and the one on the left rolled a natural 1. Both of them failed.
Wow, look at that.
Nice.
The Spore Servants.
You want me to roll their damage differently as well?
No, it's you can apply it to everything. And the Spore Servants, there are 5 of them. I'll just roll all 5 20 sides at once. The only one succeeded. One got a 16, so that's a 17.
Wow.
But the other 4 failed.
Cool. Well, everybody is going to take 3 points of radiant damage.
Hey,
Let's go.
That's 3 times 7. That's 21 points of damage total.
Yeah,
so.
I suppose it's a nice way to look at it. Thank you, Ron.
Gotta think positive.
And that's it for me.
Zemu, your turn. There's this big body of an ogre zombie kind of like between you and the Duergar.
Yeah, there totally is. What do I see through that grate that I smashed open?
You see a frozen, it looks like the stream comes from, like, it's something going underneath it, but it's too dark. There's no lights, just the light that you, your dark vision. And it seems to go in and it goes in about 50 feet and takes a right turn. And it looks like there's a hole in the ceiling about 40 feet in.
Is it large enough that everybody in the party could fit through the tunnel?
Everybody but possibly you. You might have a hard time. It looks irregularly shaped, like water has actually formed this. So the sides are smooth, but it's like naturally formed. So it's skinnier in some places.
Gotcha. Can I see over the ogre body? How?
You can. If you stand up, yeah.
Great.
I assumed you were kind of like down, like hunched over, because the grate's lower to the ground. The arrow slits are actually up a little bit above where the grate is.
Then Zemu's gonna move kind of forward to the other side of the opening of the grate to put him between the Duergar and the grate, and yell to his party that the grate is open. We can go through that way. And then he's going to do the shell defense for the first time. He's going to withdraw into his shell and kind of just sit. But he's kind of trying to make a wall, or to extend the wall almost. So it goes from the wall, and then there's Zemu, and then there's the zombie body, and then behind that is the tunnel opening. And then that's everything for my turn.
And that's everything you're gonna do. Okay. Oh, this sucks. Okay. The servants, who are kind of shambling and they're moving really jerkily, only can move 20 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, shit.
Kai just says back to tracks, light him up.
And actually, they're going to dash. They can't get an attack in.
All right.
Actually, that's better.
Yeah.
Cool.
Come play.
So they surround you, and that's all they can do. Donar.
Donar heard what Zemu said and is going to disregard it because he's feeling galvanized by his recent helping of his friends. So what he's going to do is he's going to move 30 feet up to here, and for his action, he's going to take the dodge action.
Got it.
And without taking the help action, try to draw some of their attention. And then as a bonus action, and for the first time actually in a couple of days, he's going to spend a key point to summon the arms of the astral self. These big, purplish black, billowing smoke arms from each of his shoulders. And each of these servants within 10 feet, so I guess it's these first 3, needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
To beat 11, I believe.
They have a 0. Holy shit! I rolled a 14, a 19, and a 19.
Damn.
All right, well, okay.
One day that's gonna work.
Hey, it's all right.
Sorry.
I figured when they all failed on the Fang one, I would get the good rolls.
I like to think that slight wind that blows when Fang shifts, it gets in the way of the smoky astral, and that like blows them away a little bit. There's like a
whoa,
power struggle there.
Billowing smoke. And that's gonna be the turn.
Kai and Trax make a perception, actually an insight roll.
Okay.
Actually.
18.
6.
Trax, you believe that the spore servants, when they rushed at you, they were kind of going blindly at first, and then they kind of, when they got within a certain range, zeroed in on where you were. So basically, they were just coming straight out and going straight until they saw something and then kind of zeroed in on you. The Trax, your turn.
The tracks. Here we go. So I'm gonna relay that to Kai. I'm gonna say they appear to be using blind sight,
Good to know.
and he is going to twist a dial on his gauntlet, aim it at these three, and he's gonna unleash a thunder wave. So they make a Constitution. They make a Constitution. I can't say Constitution. They make a Constitution saving throw of 15.
11, 11, 7. They have a +1. All three fail.
Suck it. All right. Ooh, that's not bad. 14 points of damage.
All three, as the thunder wave, boom, and the ice kind of like shifts and like does a little ripple out from you in the ice and snow. All three, their bodies just sort of, and they just collapse into pieces of bone and skin and mushroom and little like dust of spores kind of float into the air.
Don't breathe that in.
Fang is over, like 20 feet over to the north. He says, "Do that again!" in his like shifted voice.
He's gonna turn and say, "It was cool, right?"
Big, thick thumb up.
Yeah, it is.
Anything else tracks?
So I'm gonna look up and point to Alandi and say, "Get that one!"
Okay.
And she's gonna make a force strike.
Ooh.
Strike that horse.
Yeah, baby. That's a 10.
Misses.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just kind of like, she gets close, but the creature that waves its spear in the air, and little spores comes off, and Londi kind of backs off a little bit.
Oh, gotta do it myself. That's fine.
Kai, your turn.
All right, Kai is going to throw a nice little right roundhouse kick to the head of this one.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see if I can knock a dude into another dude. That's going to be 14 to hit.
14 hits.
I'm the dude that knocked a
I was just thinking the same thing.
dude into the other dude.
That is 4 plus 4, so 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
And that one, just like, hear a crunch as its rib cage just completely caves in. It drops the spear and just drops to the floor. Drops to the ground.
And then I'm going to, as I roundhouse kick, I'm going to drop that leg and spin and do a spinning back heel kick to the head of the next one using martial arts.
I'm getting very nauseous.
Using martial arts.
Using martial arts.
You know that game Jack and Daxter, where Daxter just gets like swung around?
I was feeling
I've
like,
actually
I'm
played
it's
it,
like
but I do know
Banjo.
what you're talking about.
I was thinking it was like Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah.
That was a 15 to hit.
15 will definitely hit.
And that's going to be just 5 points of bludgeoning.
Okay, he's still up.
And then
Yeah, this unfortunate creature is still up.
using my movement, I'm going to back up, let's say 30 feet. And we'll do it that way.
It uses a reaction to try to spear you.
It cannot, because I'm mobile.
Bitch.
Well, it does, but it just misses.
Right, just so fast.
Okay. You hear shouting coming from inside in Dwarven. The Duergar drop their crossbows and rush up, start wailing on Fang and Donar.
As they approach, Fang hits his mace to his shield. He's ready. Dig
Dude,
it
you're
in.
cool, man. Fang is. We talked about it in a couple days. Fang's cool.
I feel like cool behavior is happening back there.
Dude, you gotta. If you can, it's so cool. You gotta watch.
I'm watching.
It's not
Against Fang,
sarcastic.
that's an 18.
That just hits.
That's not as cool.
Just hits. Not as cool.
What? It's not cool to take a hit? We'll see.
And it does 2d8 plus 2 damage.
Ouch.
For 13 points of bludgeoning damage. Actually, no, piercing damage because it's a war pick.
Not cool.
So this like nasty little hammer with a little jagged thorn on the side just comes in and
Okay.
against Donar, that is a 13 plus 4, 17.
I'm currently dodging. So
Got it. So he's at a disadvantage. Thank you.
Yeah.
And that's a 12.
Hey, that misses.
So he kind of comes in and the war pick slams into the ground and you roll out of the way and he picks it up and like just cannot get to you.
Oh, you can't. Oh, sorry, dude. Sorry, dude.
Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
You'll get it. You'll get it.
Okay, Fang, your turn.
Fang is. It seems the.
Actually, I'm sorry. The Duergar that was at the slit tries to fire at... Fang has cover. He's going to try to fire at Zimu at disadvantage because... Misses. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. So he fires a crossbow bolt through the slit and just goes over Zimu's head. Go ahead, Fang.
Okay, well, this Duergar just rushed me, which was a bad idea. So Fang is going to... He's going to... I guess he has both his shield and him. We'll say he pops the shield on his back. He puts his hand to the sky right above the Duergar and kind of twists his fist and kind of opens like a portal of light, and his fingers twist with it.
Nice.
And then he brings it down and casts Moonbeam on the Duergar.
Oh, this is badass. Moonbeam's such a good spell.
It really is.
But on a high constitution creature, we'll see how it does.
Just a constitution saving throw.
Oh, yeah.
19.
Yeah, that's a save. That's okay. He's going to take half damage. He's going to... It's going to take 12 points of... I'm sorry. That's 6 points. Half as much. Radiant damage. As a bonus action, Fang... rears back and takes a sharp bite out of his ankle, doing... Oh, let's roll to hit. Sorry, I'm an asshole. I've played D&D before. The 15 to hit.
Just misses. He kind of just steps back out of the way. Actually, it's he's got like armored leggings, and he just kind of like can't get quite around the plate that's in the front of his.
Makes sense. Cool. That's it for me then.
Zimu, your turn.
Zimu's going to come out of his shell as a bonus action, see that nobody has moved, and is a little bit frustrated about it.
Zimu's coming out of the shell.
Is going to take a step towards this Duergar and will get the Yippawa out and take a literal stab at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is a 22 to hit
That will hit.
for 10 damage, and then we'll action surge and do it again.
Yeah.
That is a 16 to hit
It just hits.
for 12 damage. Sorry,
How much?
12.
12. He tries to get his shield in front of your Yikawa, but you manage to get right past it. You stab right into his heart and break his scale mail just right. And it's like you see blood spurt out, and he it falls to the ground.
Yeah.
Tunnel now. That's it.
Fang, as he falls, Fang says, "Thank you. Thanks very much."
I love putting X's on the bad guys. Okay.
Yeah. That's a shirt right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
It's a DM shirt.
I was just about to say, we need to write that down.
The closest person is Donar, so this last spore cervix kind of just steps over the remains of his comrades. Like charges Donar with the spear. Rolls a 2, and
Yeah.
Donar just kind of like bounces out of the way.
Oh, sorry, dude.
He tripped on
What
the
is that
down
like
one.
with the spear? Like you kind of step on the spear as he like tries to goes down low, and you step on it.
I saw you, dude.
And it's Donar, your turn.
Donar is...
You were still dodging, so he would have had to roll the disadvantage anyway. So
Yeah, but he got it too, like a dingus. So Donar's having a blast in this combat. So what he's gonna do is, for his action, he's gonna take the help action on the next attack. Because I assume the help action is only on one attack roll. Because otherwise
it helps you. It helps one other person with their roll.
Okay, well, so then knowing that Trax is probably going to take a shot at this guy, Donar then is going to take his action to help Trax on his shots on this dude, distracting him, not using the astral arms to hit, but like poking at him and like trying to get in his face, distracting
Stop touching
him.
yourself. Stop touching yourself.
And then
Hey, Duergar, swing!
As a bonus action, Donor is going to spend another key point to take the patient defense feature to once again dodge as a bonus action on this turn.
And it is Trax's turn.
Let's go, baby.
Well, Trax is going to see this guy getting distracted and say, I feel like I should take advantage of that.
Got it.
And he's going to lightning launcher.
At advantage.
Let's do it. Okay, good. So the first one was a 9. The second was a 12. Does a 12 hit?
12 misses the Duergar. Yes.
I wasted it. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all good. I'm having fun. We're not gonna die.
You know what? That's what's most important.
I think so.
And both sides. Are you having fun?
The camera cuts to Zimu, who's just kind of like pointing at the grate.
Slow blink.
Just like looking at the tunnel, looking at Trax, looking at the tunnel.
Look, I can't move. I'm on Kaiser. Alani's gonna take a shot at this dude. That's gonna be. No, it's Alani's not gonna take a shot at this dude. It was a 4.
No.
Nope.
Peep, 4 hits.
What did I build you for?
The Duergar pulls the shield up and like kind of bats Alandi, and Alandi kind of flitters out of the way, and you jape at Alandi, and Alandi's just kind of like Owlhead turns completely around 180 degrees and stare at you as it flies
I'm talking
by.
to you. We're doing some remodels later.
Kai.
So this guy's still up, right?
Yes, there's one Spore Servant still up.
Alright, Kai's gonna quickly drop into a sprinter stance and is going to take off running towards this guy. And as he passes that Spore Servant, he's gonna throw a quick elbow at the servant. And that was a 19 plus 6.
Oh, that will definitely hit.
Which is gonna be 6 points of damage.
Okay, and you just clock him right in the head, and you see like bits of fungus fly off, and spores fly into the air, and his skull just crunch and collapse, and then falls out dead.
And I'm going to continue that sprint almost as if he didn't stop me. And I'm going to leap up and using a key point and my bonus action, I'm going to flurry of blows to put both my feet into his chest.
Let's go.
So you're jumping up and just like kick.
Just
Okay.
Alright, so the first one would be a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
And the second one is 19 to hit.
Both hit. He has his shield up in the air trying to like ward off the mechanical bird, and because his shield's up in the air, you just like walk up his body and just like boom boom, 2 kicks right in the chest.
First one is max damage for 8 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
And the second one is 6 points of bludgeoning.
He's still up.
Alright. And I'm gonna stop right there in his face.
Is the Duergar's turn. The guy's doing the crossbow. He steps into the arrow slit again, looks for targets. Zimu stepped out, so he's going to fire at Zimu, and it's only a 12. The bolt splinters on your shell.
Yeah.
And the one that's up, annoyed at Kai kicking him in the chest, takes the war pick and just tries to run down on the human's head for only a 16.
Dodge right out of the way.
Yeah. Zimu, you see the Duergar who fired at you run back further into the castle. It's like disappearing. Fang.
Fang is going to hook his mace onto his belt. He's going to twist his hand in the same fashion, which makes the light spin. And with his other hand, he pushes forward, moving the spell 20 feet to over the other Duergar. And now he has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Dirty 20.
Okay. So he's going to take... but half of 4 sucks anyway, so 2 points of radiant damage. I did say this earlier. I didn't say this earlier, and I probably should have. But just in case, a shape changer makes its saving throw with disadvantage. If it fails, it also instantly reverts to its original form. Just based on history, I just think that maybe you should know that. I don't know what's going on here, but
Yeah, it's because he's just using an enlarge spell. It's not like he's a shape changer. Like, usually that moonlight has to do with lycanthropes.
sure, yeah,
And things like that.
I understand. Great. So he takes the 2 points of radiant damage. Fang uses his movement to run up on the mother and take another bite.
Okay.
God damn, that's I miss the bite all the time. That's like an 8 to hit, so don't worry about it. That's it for me.
Zimu.
Zemo is going to put the Yikawa away, walk 10 feet closer to this guy that's left, and as he's walking, he's going to switch to his 2 hand axes, and he's going to throw them at the remaining enemy.
Okay. Roll the hit.
First one is a 16 to hit,
That hits.
for 6 damage, and a 14 to hit.
The 14 misses. He finally gets the shield back down, and the second hand axe impacts it and sticks it to his shield. And he is not looking healthy at all.
That's it then.
It is Donar's turn.
Donar's gonna get in on the action, seeing that we surrounded this thing, and I guess still the great club's on his back, so he's gonna reach behind him and grab the great club and swing diagonally with it.
Yeah.
Love
Top
good
left to
callback.
bottom right. Yeah, good. That's a natural 1. So
Hey,
You're not rolling well tonight.
we rolled
That's a
really
miss.
well last episode, so
Yeah.
It evens out, I guess.
it's bound to. So Donar was a little too gung-ho and like, oh, I gotta be serious. Okay, all right. And then with a bonus action, he's going to make an unarmed strike with the astral arms. And because he's still feeling a little silly, he's going to go for a little punch in the nuts.
Okay.
like Johnny Cage
He's
split.
Totally lost track of everything
Goro.
important. And that's a 13 to hit.
The 13 misses. He has a 16 AC, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry, guys. I'll take it seriously. I gotta kill this guy, all right.
Trax, your turn.
All right, so I'm gonna take another shot at this guy. I'm gonna do it this time. Here we go.
Do it. Do it now.
There we go. 21.
21 hits.
That's gonna be 6 points of damage, and then I'm gonna supercharge it for another
The
6 points
lightning-
of damage. Oh,
Okay, the lightning hits, like, the astral arms come in and just, like, barely miss the Duergar's lower extremities. However, your lightning blast hits the back of his shield and ricochets, hitting him where Donar was aiming. And falls just thump down.
just so everyone knows, I was not aiming for his genitals.
Did not try to shock the genitals.
Pour forward.
You did it, though.
Pour forward.
I was not attempted.
No, but it was so funny.
Pretty
Take
fun,
credit.
though. I will take that.
You killed him in the nuts.
Why don't we call that a Cheney?
A Cheney?
Okay.
A Cheney.
Oh.
What would you like to do before I decide if we're going out of combat or not?
Tunnel. Now.
We gotta follow Zimu, dude. I'm so sorry. I was feeling gung ho about it. But you want us to go in the tunnel?
It is the only way to go.
Fang looks at Zemo and he says, "Who was shooting at us?"
We will find out through the tunnel.
Oh, do you think we should go through, or you don't think we should?
You're very
The front
enthusiastic about
gate
the
doors
tunnel.
are standing wide open.
Why don't we just go in through the doors?
Well, no, hold on. We're talking about the tunnel, though. Like the doors are open, sure, but the tunnel.
We're going out of combat.
I feel like that they will be doing some sort of reverse mind trick psychology and expecting us to go through the tunnel. They won't expecting us to be so bold as to enter through their front door.
Isn't the drawbridge up?
It is.
Through the tunnel. All right.
All right, through the tunnel. I misunderstood. Somehow my brain told me the door was wide open.
Fang said that complete deadpan. Just didn't look.
You know
Look
what?
at the
I
camera.
can't see shit. It's dark.
The tunnel is this way. And he starts to walk toward Zemu.
Yeah, Zemu's gonna go and grab his 2 hand axes first, and then he'll
Yes.
let everybody else through the tunnel before he tries to fit through.
All right, yeah.
Fang will go first.
I'll follow him.
Zemu, do you need to... If you go into your shell, can we push you?
Maybe.
Would that work?
Let me try my own first.
About how long have we been in this cave, would you say? With the bunker, the arrow bunker,
the valley
Yeah.
like leading up to you've been since the combat began, the first combat, so probably no more than 3 or 4 minutes.
Oh, great. Okay, good. So everybody still has their dark vision for the hour duration.
Cool.
So
Cool.
as we're walking, Fang looks at the party and says, "How is everyone feeling?" He's gauging injuries.
I'm feeling all right. Like emotionally, I'm riding a high. I'm enjoying myself, but I could be feeling better physically. You know.
Kai.
I'm fine, other than the frustration at a certain construct.
Kai just spits out a little bit of blood. Just
So who's the first into the tunnel?
Fang.
And Fang, you can see a hole in the ceiling that's about the size of a well, maybe about 4 or 5 feet in diameter total.
Is the is the floor that we're walking on, is it wet at all?
It's frozen ice. And it looks like it goes ahead about 20 more feet from where you're past, and it turns right.
Fang, I suppose he'll put a hand up to stop everyone and just put one of his keen ears a little higher than the other to see if he can hear anything from above the well.
Make a perception check.
I gotta find all my stats again. 16.
16. You hear some goats bleating.
And Fang gives the forward what is that? The little come with his hand.
What is Fang doing? I can't see.
Move forward. And goes past the well to the tunnel.
Okay. Who's next in?
Donar. Yeah.
Donar?
Kai will go after him.
Okay. Donar, you see who's next after Donar?
Kai.
Who is next?
I'm probably still on Kai's back.
Okay.
Zemu's gonna try.
Okay, Zemu, make a... I'm just mispronouncing names all over the place tonight.
Trox, what are you doing?
Zemu, could you make a athletics roll to push through?
Oh yeah. 18.
Oh, no problem. You just like in your shell bit like pushes the metal pieces away, and you're inside.
Hell yeah.
We'll keep moving through the tunnel, I suppose.
Okay, Fang, you get up about there, and it starts going up, and you see the water kind of go to the ceiling, and then the frozen water, and then stop. Like it kind of gradually goes up and then meets the ceiling.
And no other exit, it seems.
No other exits, yeah.
Fang turns around and he says, "It appears that the opening to the well is the only way out."
Well, yeah, let's go that way then.
The ceiling's kind of low. It's very low, like 5 feet. If you're taller than that, you're having to duck down.
Fang will step over to the opening and take a wide stance and offer his hands as a leg up for anybody.
Oh yeah, I'll go do it. Yeah.
You easily. It's just almost like you could almost reach where the opening comes out easily standing on the ground.
Oh.
But with the flip up, you can get a really good grab onto and use your legs and arms to start climbing up. It goes up about 10 feet, 15 feet, and you see a wooden plank. It's not even like on a hinge, just a plank that's on above you. But darkness beyond, just whatever your dark vision can see, like gray, dark vision light.
Plank look like a trap door or like something to stand on?
It's just like, it looks like just like a piece of board that's been placed over.
Could I try to move it with a free hand?
Mm-hmm. It's like easily moves.
Oh yeah, I'll push it away and see what I see behind it.
Okay, you kind of push it to the side, and there's not much. Like inside, like there's brick here, and you see it fall and clank, 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 clank.
Oh,
And
fuck.
you see opens up into what looks like to be the castle, and you hear goats bleating.
All right, I'll scramble up and out of there.
Okay, so Donar's up. Who's next?
Fang will stay. Keep
Zemu
watch.
will wait at the bottom for now to help everybody else get up.
How wide is the passage up?
It's about right at like 5 feet. It's circular, 5 feet, a little less.
I was wondering if Kai could do like a boop, 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 boop situation.
Like a Mario wall
It's-
jump.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
it's
we go.
like
More
hopping
like,
up.
you know, in American Ninja Warrior where they have like the monkey wall?
Yeah.
It's
Spider
like
climb.
that.
Yeah, spider
Yeah,
wall.
spider climb, yeah.
Kai will ask Fang for a boost to hop up, but after he jumps up, he'll start spider climbing up.
Yeah, it's like it's not very far either. So you'd like a couple of like pushes off and you're up and out and you can actually do a little flip.
Ugh. My food is not sitting well.
Fang looks at Zemu.
I've got this, friend. Thank you. And Zemu will just climb his way out.
Make a athletics roll. It's a little tight for you.
It's another 18.
Yeah. You're actually pushing as you get to the top. You're actually widening the bricks that were up there. It's like and a few
Fang
bricks fall off, and
Fang uses the new holes that he made as footholds and just rock climbs his way up.
excellent. So all 5 of you up there. You see a passageway going off to the east, and the main courtyard of this fortress stands in front of you. You see 3 cages with one of the cages, the one to the left, is open. And you see 2 goats in the middle one, and those are closed. You actually hear a soft mooing coming from this area beyond to the west. You look over to where the drawbridge is up, and you see some chains going up to the ceiling and over to a where is it? Right here, next to that left cage, where it's just a chain wrapped around a hook, where it looks like they just like manually lifted it up. Underneath the trap door, underneath the drawbridge, it looks like a 20-foot deep pit that's 20 foot wide from the front gates, which are standing wide open.
Does anyone
Donor's
hear a
gonna-
soft mooing?
Yeah, dude, I heard that too.
All right.
But we gotta find Ted Johnson. Why is he not in a cage?
Well, they probably just brought Ted in. Like, they haven't had time to put him in a cage yet.
They're like processing him.
Exactly.
Orientation.
What would you like to do?
Find Ted Johnson. Apparently.
We also
Kai's
gotta free the
gonna
goats.
Stealth back this way towards the.
Roll a stealth check.
Okay. That's gonna be a 22.
22. Okay.
I'd like to look for any indication as to which direction some Duergar might have went. Or maybe dwarves.
The floor is stone and it has like icy frost all over every surface here. You don't really you see a lot of footprints like they've been here a while,
Mhm.
just different direction, but you don't see any really recent ones. Make a survival check to see if you can distinguish more recent ones.
Nope.
Uh-uh.
Also, a big ogre zombie kind of shambled through this direction and just kind of messed up any kind of
Mm.
tracks that you.
That's number one.
Hey.
Ding ding.
Sponsored by Liquid Death.
Yeah. Fang will make a wide turn around toward the animals, the goats, check on their status, and maybe try to see what other animals were in these other cages, but just join
You see
Fang
in
over here.
the one to the right, you see a bucket, almost like a chamber pot.
I don't think perhaps they just keep animals in here.
Unless they're somehow toilet training them.
Unlikely.
Zemu would like to examine and investigate that chain that's holding up the drawbridge.
It's just a chain that's been wrapped around a hook,
Okay.
and it goes up to the ceiling, kind of at a angle, and then back to the top of the drawbridge.
Hmm.
Well, Perhaps we should head the direction of the mooing.
Yeah, find that cow, dude.
Maybe they are currently butchering it. We can
Kai, you look
sneak
to
up
your
on them.
right as you're walking to the west, and you see 2 cows, and they appear to just be standing there. There's no food around, but they look like they've been like a rope tied to their necks, and it's been spiked. The end of the rope has been spike hammered into the wall.
Ah, well, mystery solved.
Cow.
Fang is suspicious at all these animals and whatnot, and just no people around, just like a weird vibe. So he's gonna just give himself a quick vigilant blessing advantage on my next initiative roll.
Kai, you hear directly in front of you, hear a click, and suddenly these 2 openings that are there and the one that you're currently standing in suddenly spikes. Where's Trax?
I'm on his back
On my
still.
back.
No!
Okay, you're caught by this too. Spikes come out from the openings on either side and phew, and crisscross in front of you, and you feel them entering your body and hold you completely in place. I need you to make both of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
this fucking sucks.
This is going to be
Oh,
bad.
we're good.
It's a natural one.
Oh,
no,
you're dead.
Okay.
It's a natural one.
Okay, so Kai, you jump back, but the spikes pin Trax into, so you're dangling up in the air,
That's
just held by these spikes.
brutal.
You
Ugh.
take
So much damage.
14 points of piercing damage,
Spicy.
and the spikes remain there, and you're just held there. And I would like you all to roll initiative.
Yep.
Trax, just so you know, you're restrained currently.
Cool.
Okay, Zimu?
Dirty 20.
Nice. Kai?
19.
Trax?
10.
Fang?
Natural 20.
Nice.
Hey.
Nice.
Donar?
13.
You hear a voice coming from the room behind the spikes, and it says, in common, "Who are you? Why are you here?" Fang, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Fang will shout out. He says, "We are here for what has been stolen. Cooperate and you may sleep tonight." Oh, Fang has no idea what this fuck is for.
Trax is just pinned to this by these spikes. He said, "Can you please shit talk a little better, please?"
Kai just says, "Cooperator, you'll sleep forever tonight."
That doesn't help. That's not helping.
He yells, "What he said!" And he approaches the Trax sickle and gets right into about the middle of the party in a familiar fashion. Star above the head, brings his hands down and kind of baseball safes and spreads the stars out as his channel divinity. 1d6 plus 4. Sweet. 10 points of temporary hit points.
Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
And that's going to move with me for the next 1 minute. So every time you end your turn in the sphere, I can grant you new hit points.
That's awesome, man.
I hope I haven't done this already. Like, it's not checked in my D&D Beyond, but if I did it on the last episode,
I don't think you did.
if a listener wants to call me out on it, you get inspiration on Twitter.
don't
I don't fucking know.
Advantage on your next retweet.
There you go.
Zimu, your turn.
Zimu will come into this aura, and we only hear the voice, right? We don't
You don't see,
see anything. Okay,
And it's hard to see. It's like the spikes that have come out of the wall. They've like intermeshed and been built this way. It looks like a mechanical thing as opposed to a spell. It looks like it's just solid. You can kind of see through them.
yeah. And this other opening has the spikes too, right? They just
Yes.
didn't hit anything. Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
I'm going to ready my longbow to fire at the appearance of whoever is speaking.
Is that a held action?
Yes, yeah.
Before we move any further, I fear that I'm using my Twilight Sanctuary incorrectly, only in the sense that a sphere of twilight emanates from you, It lasts for 1 minute or until I'm incapacitated or die. And whenever a creature, including you, ends its turn in the sphere, you can grant that creature one of these benefits. So I suppose I don't grant it when I do it. It's individually at the end of everybody's turn. I can grant if you end your turn within that.
Right.
So forgive me, but
And you can, like, if like a commoner runs into the aura, like in the middle of something, you can, like, grant them, like, add them to...
I can, yes. Yeah, it's up to me. So nobody has any temporary hit points yet. I do want to do it correctly. I don't want to do it just out of, like, consistency at this point. Like, that's a big deal that
So everybody keep track of that.
Yeah.
It was 10, right?
Nobody has it yet.
I mean, when we get it.
At the end of your turn.
I think
correct?
I think I roll every time. I think I roll separately for everybody. Whenever a creature, including you, ends its turn in the sphere, you can grant that creature one of these benefits. You grant it 1d6 plus 4 temporary hit points. You end one effect of it, whatever. So
That's
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
so
that makes sense.
TBD, what you're gonna get. Just stay in the aura at the end of your turn. So anyway, Zemu, my point being, Zemu just ended his turn, so Zemu, you're gonna get a shit roll. You get 5 temporary hit points.
Alrighty. Cool.
Okay.
I still have my 8 from before. Would those...
You they
around?
don't stack. Once you end your turn and I give you more, then you have to choose between what you have and what I've given you.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
So Zemu, it looks like you could... what weapon do you have out?
The longbow.
Longbow. It looks like firing through. It's like they're almost like the size of like arrow. Like if you were up to it really close, you could fire through. But it would be hard to fire through the holes from this distance that you
Sure.
are at currently.
Cool. I'm still gonna ready it just because I don't know if he's gonna like unleash the spikes and But yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, Kai.
Do the spikes completely block the opening?
Yes, they do.
Okay. Then I'm just going to step back and instruct someone to help Trax out of there. And I will help if need be. I guess I can hold the help action or use the help action.
At the end of your turn, you are granted 7 temporary hit points.
Wahaha.
Donar.
Yeah, Donar's going to walk up to the Traxicle and, because I really like that.
Oh, good.
And he's gonna take a look and see. Oh, I don't like the situation. I just thought the wordplay was funny.
It's fucking hilarious. Get me out.
So Donar's gonna try to investigate and see if he can get him out.
Make an investigation roll.
Sure.
These aren't just like a two-dimensional. It's like almost like a web of spikes coming in and crossing, holding them in place.
That's a 9.
You might be able to break the spikes.
Okay, yeah. If I can do that on my turn still, I'll try to take a whack at it with the Great Club.
Okay, give me a...
Does my help action help him at all?
What specifically?
Well,
were
I
you,
guess-
who were you helping? I guess anybody who's willing
Anybody
to
who
help.
is going to help get Trax out, yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and make an attack roll on this barrier. What weapon are you using? The Great Club.
The Great Club, yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Is
you're
that-
at advantage.
Awesome.
How are you giving him advantage on this helping?
I'm going to look at the cross section of where the spikes are going, and I'm going to instruct him on
Right there. Right there's a weak
most
point.
advantageous place to hit. Yeah.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Good job.
That was a 17.
17 does. It does hit. No, the spikes kind of crack. Roll your damage.
Alrighty. That is going to be... Oh, max damage 10, bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep track of that for me. How many?
Yeah.
Some of the spikes kind of like bend and like snap a little bit,
Bend.
Bend
And snap.
and snap.
but Trax is still held fast.
Awesome. We're gonna get you out, dude. Sorry about the joke.
It's all right.
Trax, your turn.
Okay. So I'm gonna try and do a thunderclap on them.
Okay.
It's a Constitution saving throw.
What are you on the spikes?
Yeah.
Okay. You will.
See if I can-
You won't take the damage.
No.
will you?
It's I can direct it 5 feet from me.
Well, it's all surrounding you.
Yeah. So like, kind of like out. It's like a here. Let me read the.
Yeah. Is it a cone? Is it a?
I create a burst of thunderous sound that can be heard 100 feet away. Blah blah blah. It's every creature within range 5 feet. So I'll tell everyone to back up first.
Okay. The contraption is technically not a creature, unfortunately.
Well, then I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay.
Let me get my gun.
Donar, I rolled
guns
8
out.
points temporary.
Thank you.
HP.
So just take a shot at it. Roll to hit it.
Roll to hit.
18.
18 hits.
That's gonna be 11 points of damage.
You do enough damage to the spikes that you're able to free yourself from it.
Get me out! Get me out! Get me out!
At the end of his turn, he gets 5 points temporary.
You know what? I'll take it.
Okay.
Is that minimum? Is that minimum 10 hit points?
It 100% is.
It's better than nothing. And that'll be it for me. He just glares at Alandi, who's just like owl walking behind them.
You see Alani's over there on the back of one of the cows. Okay, after you go, Trax, this heavily bearded Duergar appears right in front of you and stabs at you with a short sword, 2 short sword attacks on you.
It's a normal sized Duergar or a huge one?
Normal size, yeah, normal size Duergar. He kind of jumps out, he becomes
I don't even
visible
know what that means
and
anymore.
attacks you with the short swords. That is a 23
Oh yeah.
on the first attack and a 15 on the second.
The one.
The 23 does 6 points. No, 8 points.
It does 11.
Sorry, it's a 5. That's a 5.
You decide.
It does 1.
5 plus 3, 8 points of piercing, and you take 11 points of sneak attack damage.
Jesus.
Oh.
Oh.
And he says, "Die, you fool!" and just drives the short sword directly into you. Immediately after that,
Does that trigger my held action at all?
yeah, because you're basically held off, and there's no barrier in the way, so you can fire at him. Yes, go ahead.
Score. 13 plus. That's 16 to hit.
Hits. It does hit.
4 damage.
4 damage. Okay. And that guy becomes visible as well. So on either side of him, 2 Duergar become visible, and both of them attack you, Trax, with war picks.
Get that boy out of there.
They're not enlarged. Oh God, that is a 24,
Yeah.
Ooh.
and the other rolls only a 13. The war pick does 7 points of piercing damage.
And I'm down.
Okay. And this Duergar with his heavy, big, long, white beard, it's like, fool, die! And I'm still going.
Real tough guy. Attacking a 2 foot tall,
Yeah.
little tiny dragon man.
Smallest party member.
Yeah, alright.
You're a dick.
This guy fires crossbow at Kai through the spikes, and that is a 16.
Misses.
And I believe that's the top of the round. Fang.
Alright. Fang is going to take 5 steps this way. He's going to reach his 5 feet and snag Trax by the cuff, bring him under and football carry him. And
Because he's a bastard, as you drag Trax away, this leader, angry, reaches out with his short sword and slashes once across Trax's side as let me do a 2-hit roll. He's going to use his reaction. That's a 22 to hit.
Yep.
So you take 1 death. You have 1 failure on your death save, Trax.
Ugh, I hate this guy. I'll say it.
Cool.
okay. Well, Fang was going to use his action to cure or to heal Trax, but now he's mad because he is still in feral form. So he has Trax in his football, what have you, and yeah, sure. He's gonna cast Word of Radiance on everyone that he can see. So 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
They all need to make a Constitution saving throw.
The leader fails. The other 2 do not.
2 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
I'm going to use the rest of my movement to make a wide sweep around the party to the back.
Okay.
And I am going to use cast Healing Word as a bonus action on Trax, which is going to be 6 points of healing.
Thank God.
Which finishes my turn and grants me 10 temporary hit points.
Nice. Trax is a nuclear football.
I've been saying it.
Okay. Zemu.
Zemu's going to take his 30 feet closer, and as he's doing that, he's going to switch from his longbow to his 2 hand axes again and throw both of them at the leader, Duergar.
Okay. Roll to hit.
First one is a 25 to hit.
Oh, damn, that hits.
It's almost a natural 20 for 7 damage.
Okay.
And the second is a 12.
12 misses. Kai.
Sorry, Zemu, up to you. You can either keep what you got or take 10 temporary hit points.
Oh, I will take that 10.
Hell yeah.
Kai Raiju.
Kai will move 10 feet up to the leader.
You can see one to the south of him, so there's 3 Duergar total right there.
Well, he's going to attack the leader and just throw 2 spinning kicks, one front, one back at him.
Okay.
First one is an 18 plus 6, and the second one is a 15.
The 15 misses.
Okay, so the first one hits, which is 8 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then Kai will back handspring all the way back 40 feet this way.
Trax is on the ground just seeing Kai like doing flips over him.
I still have
pretty
Fang
cool
in my
still.
arm.
Oh, okay.
Under my football arm.
I'm glad I wasn't part of that.
Are you feeling better?
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Anything else, Kai?
That is it.
Okay. Donar.
Donar is pissed. That second swipe with the short sword really got him heated. So he's not going to use the finesse he has been. He's going to move up and attack the leader. Is the leader the middle guy or this guy?
He's the middle guy, yes.
Middle guy.
Beardy.
Okay, so I'm going to go up to Beardy and I'm going to swing my great club at him. And I'm going to aim for
Okay.
the neck.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Kick his ass.
That's a 9.
The 9 misses.
I'm so mad I just can't hit the neck. And I guess I just fall short.
The what happens is that the Duergar to the north of the leader holds his shield out and blocks your blow for him, and he's barking something in Dwarven at you, and the leader's like, "My men will die for me."
Donar's gonna say back in Draconic, yeah, we're all speaking different languages, but you're still a dick. And as a bonus action, Donar's going to make an unarmed strike with the left astral arm and go for this guy's throat.
Okay.
God damn, that's an 8 to hit.
8 misses.
Yeah, getting too heated, man.
Anything else, Donar?
Nah, that's my turn.
Trax, your turn.
Hang on. And he's gonna say in Elvish, and he's gonna say, if we're doing the different languages, here's Elvish for fuck you, and he's gonna lightning launch him.
Okay. Roll to hit.
That's not great. A 15.
15 misses.
Well, still, fuck you. And I'll take some temporary hit points, please.
Sorry, I just rolled for Donar, and it was a 5. So do what you will with that. Trax, yours is 7.
Hey, I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna look over to the cow at Alandi and say, will you shoot him? And that's gonna be a natural 1.
Alandi, a little piece of metal falls out of Alandi's ass and like hits the...
She's about to get
The
recycled.
worst fucking mistake I've ever made in my life.
That was an awesome line, Josh.
So, Donar, this leader guy, he swipes at you with his short swords, and that is a 14
Yep, that hits.
and a natural 20.
Oh,
Okay.
It'd be fun. Should've
So the
dodged.
14, this is going to hurt. It's a 4 points of... What is short sword? Piercing?
piercing.
Piercing, yeah. 4 points of piercing damage. However, the natural 20.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, fuck you, Ron.
Sorry. Sneak attack.
Oh.
It does 12 points of piercing damage, and then the sneak attack.
Oh.
That's a lot.
I rolled 2 6s. 12, 17, 18 points.
Yep, Donar's down.
Okay.
You're not dead, right?
I don't think so.
And
Oh my
then
God.
he takes a bonus action to disengage
Yeah, he does.
and runs away.
Wow.
The Duergars, as he runs away, another Duergar becomes visible and steps into the space where the leader was. You hear the leader shout, "Kill them! Kill them!" These two Duergar both strike Donar. You have 2 failures.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
No.
Oh my god.
And
Please
this
don't kill me.
Duergar up here, it fires at. Let's do Fang. You're an obvious spellcaster. Fires at you with his crossbow through the bars, the spikes, and only rolls an 11.
Miss.
And that's all they can do. Top of the round. Fang.
Shit just got real.
I know it. So, Fang...
I'm stressed.
So there's 3 Duergar now. There's now an extra one where the leader left and it took its place.
There's 4 total, actually. You can only see, because there's 1 in this corner right here.
Oh, okay. Great.
So there's 2, 3, and then 1 behind the spikes up here.
Okay. Well, Fang is in the heat of the moment, not sure how to prioritize his magic, so he runs up, knee slides into Donar, puts a hand on him, and casts Spare the Dying
Okay.
to at least stabilize him.
If you take any damage, you'll have to start the saving throws all over again.
Gotcha.
Kai just yells out, "Get him out of there!"
As he does, he closes a fist around his cuff, moves back he went 5, 10 feet, so 20, 25, 30. He's gonna just slide Donar up against this wall and like
The 2 Duergar that are standing there are going to use their reactions to swipe at him.
Okay.
So you're back at 2. Actually, they have to make attack rolls. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, miss. And a miss. They both miss.
Hell yeah. Okay.
So he's at 0 right now. 0,
He's 0 and not dying.
but
Yes.
0 death saves as well, right?
Correct. Yes.
Sweet. So Fang is gonna sit him up against the wall. Not forget about him just yet, but turn around and with a snarl, with a back to normal snarl. His shift only lasts for a minute, so that's gone by the middle of this fight at least. As a bonus action, he's gonna go ahead and cast Healing Word on Donar,
Okay.
which just
Hell yeah.
makes things a lot easier. Get Donar back into the fight. And that's going to be 6 points of healing.
Thanks, man.
As he wakes up,
Oh
Oh
he,
boy.
he gives him a little, like, shake of the chin, and he says, "We need you out here. Get up and get fighting."
Yeah, sure. Easy enough.
No wonder that thing did so much damage. For the listeners, Ron just shared a photo of Nildar Sunblight.
Well, you don't know his name yet.
Well, it says.
No.
I mean, it says right there. Like,
yeah,
you
it's on
don't
there.
know.
It's on there, but
No name tag.
Trax is gonna call him Dickwad Butt Squirt.
Johnson.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy.
Big boy. That's a
hey,
big boy.
Fang, are you finished?
Yes, and as I finish, Actually, I'm not. I didn't take any damage, so I don't need any temporary hit points. I'm good.
Okay, Zemu.
Zemu is going to use Donar and Trax's damage to kind of fuel his second wind and just kind of use it to motivate him. It is specifically definitely not an anger thing that's happening, but it's fueling him in a way.
Let's go, buddy.
So he's going to get 11 hit points from that.
Excellent.
And then he's going to walk up to that Duergar and gonna walk up there. And while he's doing it, he's going to kind of call out to the guy who ran and he's going to say, "You're right. Your men will die for you." And then he's going, as he's walking up, he's going to get out his flail and his scimitar, and he's going to smack the one directly in front of him with the flail first for a 17 to hit.
That hits.
That's 10 damage, and I'm going to use a superiority die.
Okay.
Add another 8 damage, and try to disarm him, so he has to do a strength saving throw.
He rolled a 12. Let me see what his pluses are.
He needs a 14.
He has a +2 strength, so that's 14.
Okay. Then I'm going to scimitar attack the other one, the one diagonal from me.
Uh-huh.
That is a 17 to hit
That hits.
for 10 damage. And then I'm going to try another superiority die. Can I do 2 in one turn if I'm...
Unless it says something in your class description that you can only use 1 superior die. If you have them, you can spend them.
I think I can, just because it's in maneuvers it says when you hit with a weapon attack, so it makes it sound like any time. Okay, cool.
Yeah, some whatever like maneuver is, it says as an action spend a superiority die or something like that.
It's like a key point.
Cool.
Like a key point, but I think you're fine.
Great. Then that's only an additional 2 damage, but I'm going to try to trip him. He still has to do a saving throw of 14.
Okay, is this dexterity or strength?
Strength.
That is a 8.
Cool. So he goes down.
He's prone on the ground. Okay. Anything
And
else?
that's it.
You were outside of the glow, but I think you maxed out on.
I'm pretty much maxed, yeah.
Kai, your turn.
Kai is going to move up and almost run right towards Zemu and roll off his shell
Oh yeah, okay.
and throw a back elbow at that Duergar there.
The one that's on the ground or one that's standing up still?
So he's like bringing it all the way down,
Okay.
and that's gonna be an 18 to hit,
18 hits.
and that's gonna be 7 points of bludgeoning.
Okay. When you do that, the elbow, it hits his head, and it kind of, you hear a crack as you land the blow, and he's not moving anymore.
And then I'm going to spin off of that and throw another kick at that Duergar's head.
Okay.
That's gonna miss. That is an 8.
That misses. And Donar, your turn.
Okay, so Donar is going to take half his movement to stand up, just feeling weary and feeling not totally with it, and he's going to resume his business as usual, assessing the situation. Does it look like any of these guys have ranged weapons, or are they all attacking with...
You know that they were all carrying crossbows. However,
Gotcha.
this guy is firing a crossbow through the spikes, so he's got 3/4 cover because of the spikes.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you for that. So what I'm going to do is, once again, I don't have the arms to do it. Donar, in taking the help action to aid Zemu on his next attack, Donar is going to hold up his crossbow and say, "Yo, dudes, I'm so weak. You should go for me, right?" And as a bonus action, spend another key point to, take the patient defense and take a dodge action as a bonus action.
Got it.
And I guess with that, he's going to step forward like 10 feet.
Got it. Okay.
And that's my turn.
Trax.
So as Donar says, "Oh, I'm so weak," Trax is going to turn to him and say, "What? Just go up there." And he's going to throw one of his little spiders on him for cure wounds.
I'm not used to it. I'm not used to it.
Just embrace it. Let it happen. Let it happen.
It's got...
You have 10 points
It smells
back.
real. Oh, wow. 10 points. What do you mean?
I don't know. If let's say if you're... Never mind, I'm not going to...
I'll put you on the spot.
Hypothetically, let's say
Anything-
that your
anything
life
else,
was measured
Trax?
in points. No, that's it for me. And then I'm gonna look at Alandi and say, "All right, you have one chance. Get this right. Shoot that fucking dwarf."
If this is a natural 1.
Oh, it was almost a natural 20. It was on. It's an 8.
Alandi kind of floats into the air a bit and does this lazy little spin. And when he shoots, it's just something that comes out of his wing, basically. Is that how that
Well,
works?
like she's made out of this. Like she's She has this gem powering her, one of the tourmalines, and I imagine that's kind of like where the force energy comes from.
Got it. So it's like a little like a beam.
A little beam.
Okay. Yeah.
Little owl vision.
Yep.
Yeah. The beam, she kind of like flips around and tries to do something cool, but the beam kind of goes wide and hits the ceiling.
I can't believe I spent money on you. A lot of money, actually. That's my turn. I'm done.
Sorry. At the end of Donar's turn, Donar, I rolled 7 for you. If you want them. Track 6.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay. The leader, you see, whoever can see, Zimu might be able to see, runs to this door, opens it, slams it behind him, and runs inside. And you hear a big choo-choo.
Talk about weak. He's freaking running away.
This Duergar fires at Fang with his crossbow, and that will be a hit because that's a dirty 20.
Mm-hmm.
And that is 4 points of damage. This Duergar moves up and out and attacks Kai for an 18 plus, with his war pick, 18 plus 4, 22.
Yeah, that hits.
The war pick only does... Ooh, max damage, 10 points, piercing.
Alright.
And this other one attacks Zimu for... That's a dirty 20, actually, again.
Damn.
And that is a 8 points.
Cool.
And they're just like roaring at you in Dwarven. Somebody's got to learn Dwarven, I swear.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, Fang.
Fang is going to move 5, 10, 15, 25 feet, center himself in the group. I'm sorry, at the end of Kai's turn, that's 10 points temporary if you want them.
Woo! I will take
Nice.
So Fang centers himself in the group, and he's going to go ahead and cast a guiding bolt on the one that shot at him.
He has, Guiding Bolt's a saving throw, right?
No.
That's
No,
a roll
so,
hit,
okay.
yeah.
He's behind the spikes. He has 3/4 cover.
Does he? Okay, well then disregard. Fang's going to shoot at whoever looks healthier over here. I assume it's the guy on
They
Zemu.
are
Actually, disregard whoever looks weakest.
weakest. Okay.
Try to get
Yeah,
rid
it's
of
the guy
somebody.
from this guy right here.
Okay, then Guiding Bolt is going to be a 9 to hit.
9 misses, unfortunately.
Sure it does. Cool. So he misses, and there's nothing else I'm gonna do. And at
Okay.
the end of my turn, I'm gonna grant myself 7 temporary hit points.
Okay. Zemu.
Zemu's going to use his scimitar on the one to the west of him.
With advantage.
Oh yeah, with
Because we're being helped.
13 to hit.
13 misses, unfortunately.
All right, then he'll flail that one too. And that's going to be a 26 to hit.
26 definitely hits.
Damn. Minimum damage though, only 5 damage.
He still hurts. Yeah, he's looking pretty weak. This guy that's down here and stepped out into the room is full health. He hasn't been hit yet. And the guy behind the spikes is full health. It is currently Kai's turn.
So Kai is going to put a foot right in this guy's chest, kick, and that's gonna be 19 to hit.
That hits.
It's gonna do 6 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna spend a key point to Liu Kang right up his chest.
Hey Kai, finish him.
And that's gonna be, the first one is a 13,
13 misses.
and the second one is an 18 plus 6.
That hits, definitely.
Alright, thank goodness. That's gonna do 8 points of bludgeoning.
He's still up.
I'm gonna stay right there in his face.
They're fighting with a fury that it's almost like their rage in their faces is something to behold. They're just angry at your intrusion. It is Donar's turn. Unless Kai's going to do anything else.
Donar, feeling galvanized by Trax's words to Get in there. Is going
That's pretty
to step up. Oh, he did an impression of me, I feel like. Turnabout. So Donar is going to step up right there and attack Beefy Boy here
Okay.
with the Great Club with a full over the head, trying to like bonk him on the top of the head here. There we go. That's a 21 to hit, baby.
That hits. One bonk coming up.
One bonk. That's going to do 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, since I went out, I don't have the arms anymore, so he's going to go for an unarmed strike that is like a Sparta kick to the gut.
Okay.
And that's going to be a 12 to hit.
That misses.
He
He gets
off
his shield up and like just hits the shield. And he goes,
Oh, my foot.
Trask.
Yeah.
So Trax is getting pretty frustrated with this. So what he's gonna do? He's gonna run up and he's gonna slide down, like baseball slide underneath Fang, and he's gonna lightning launcher this dude here.
Let's go.
Fang, lightning erupts from right beneath you. Like between your legs. Like,
Fang gives
It's
out.
the thunder down under.
Oh, probably didn't hit. No, it's a 13.
Fang gives out a quick little like. You've never heard.
misses.
So then I'm gonna turn and say, Alandi, redemption. That's a 2.
Alandi.
You're just not even trying anymore.
No, Alandi actually flies over to the other cow.
God damn it!
Pretty temperamental, isn't it?
Very temperamental. You know what? I'm starting to sense that this is, dealing with someone that's temperamental is a bit of a
The
drag.
apple does not fall far from its tree.
I'm seeing a lot of myself in her. all while I'm down beneath you, just looking up. You know, I'm
Looking straight down.
yeah, I know.
Okay. The top Duergar fires at Donar
Oh,
with a 2 missing.
yeah.
The one that is to the west of Zimu tries to hit you with his war pick, and that's a 21 to hit.
That was at me. That's at Zima.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, at Zimu. Yes, for 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And the other one, he has lots of choices. Who did he hit last? He hit Kai.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's gonna keep on Kai. And that's only a 9 to hit you.
That'll miss.
So he's getting kind of rocked back and forth, and he's like staggered back, and he takes a wild swing at you. Just goes over your head, Kai. Get back out of the way. Top of the round, Fang.
Fang is gonna straight above him, gonna do the twisty hand, open up a light portal of sorts, and bring the moonbeam down on the Duergar directly in front of him.
Okay.
That's a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, don't forget that the moonbeam is persistent, so if he's still in that moonbeam, he takes damage.
Mm-hmm.
Saving throw of, that was a strength saving throw? 13.
No, Constitution. 13 is
Oh.
what he needed.
Okay, I rolled an 11. I think he has a +2 con as well. Yeah, +2, 13.
Okay. He's still gonna take half damage, which is 5 points of radiant damage.
The moonbeam starts burning away his skin, like you see his skin kind of start to fry and crisp up, and he falls down dead.
Let's go.
Sweet dreams.
Oh, nice.
Anything else, Fang?
No, that'll be it. Oh, I'm sorry, he's gonna give, let's see, what kind of temporary hit points. He gives himself 10, and I didn't grant who was before me, Trax, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna give it it's a minimum at 5,
Alright,
so.
I'm gonna keep mine.
Yeah, I would.
Okay. Zemu.
I'm going to hit this one guy that's still next to me with the flail first.
Okay,
That is an 18 to hit
that hits.
for 10 damage.
You like just slap the flail across his face, and his jaw just kind of dislocates, and he's like gasps for air, and you must have crushed his windpipe, and he just falls down and gasping for air and dies.
Perfect. Then I'm going to move to this one, and I can still attack again, right? Do they have to
Yeah.
be like back to back? Okay, cool.
No, you can attack, move, attack. Yes.
Great. Then we'll scimitar this one. Oh, that's a natural 20. That is.
Yeah,
Nice.
yes.
Hey.
This guy's full strength, so
Yeah.
Finish this shit.
this will help.
So that's just 11 damage.
Okay, you rocked him though, and he's the only one still up. Kai's turn.
So we're just going to nudge around that moonbeam there and move past the friends And we're going to move our 50 feet to there. And we're going to throw 2 more kicks at that Duergar.
Okay.
First one is not going to hit because that's only a 9. Next one is an 18.
18 hits.
6 points of bludgeoning.
Okay, he's still up. And he's bloodied and not looking very good at all. And it is Donar's turn.
Kai, 8 points.
So if I come at this guy from the east, he's covered.
He has 3/4 cover because of the spikes. And like the spikes are only big enough you can like fire like an arrow through the holes, but
Not a great club.
yeah.
So yeah, Donar's going to move around. Oh, and I guess there's no way for me to land.
You can move through Kai's spot. You can move through allies' spaces.
It would
You just
put
can't
me
stop in them.
in his space. Yeah. So I guess what I'll do is I'll end up right here, and since I'm not within range, I'll take the help action again to help Zemu again with his next.
Look at me!
Yeah. With his next attack.
Okay.
And then since we're getting down to it, I'll also, I think, spend my last key point. Yeah, spend my last key point to dodge as a bonus action.
Okay. Tracks.
So he's gonna get up and say, "Excuse me, let me squeeze through here."
9 points done.
And then he's going over here. And he's saying, "I want to fucking hit something." But he's gonna try it again. Hey, there we go. That's a 25.
25 hits.
That's gonna do.
You dropped one of the giant Duergar earlier.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
I want to hit something again. You know what? I want to hit something since I've been conscious.
That's fair.
All right, and that's gonna do 6 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do it again for 8 points.
The final blow is yours.
So he's gonna run up. He's gonna just kind of elbow his way in and say, "Let me in there." And while he's elbowing his way in, he's gonna accidentally activate the lightning launcher, and it's gonna hit this one in the genitals again.
Yeah.
And it's like zaps, and he kind of like gets, oh, and you just see like blood trickle from his beard onto his beard, and he just goes down to his knees and falls over.
Woof.
I swear I'm not meaning to do this.
Are you sure?
Bad form.
Are you sure though?
There's no honor in
I
that.
thought about it, but
Yeah, well, it's because you thought about it. You manifested.
I manifested it. That's true.
Yeah.
It's a secret.
Nuts.
Okay, what would you like to do?
And then Alondi's gonna fly over and just kind of like hop around, I guess, around us.
Are we out of combat?
We're out of combat.
Oh,
The door
shit.
to the south is shut.
And that's the only door?
And that's the only door. You see a lever in the western south corner of the room that's attached to the wall.
I ain't pulling that.
Fang will
I'll
approach.
do it if I know I'm not going to get fucked over.
Fang will approach it and say, I will take one for the team if I must. He will slowly reach for the lever and, give it a pull.
Okay. It was on its down position, and so you push
Give
it up.
Give it a push.
And you hear the right portal, the spikes try to retract, but they're broken and twisted and kind of make huge screeching noise. The spikes to the north portal just retract.
Kai's gonna walk up to the door and just give it a nice little tap with his elbow.
Okay.
Kai, we really have to get your hands looked at soon. You are quite a trooper for holding your own. It is quite impressive to see the acrobatics that you are doing, but that has to be painful for you.
It's a little gross. I don't want to speak for everyone. It's a little gross.
I'll be fine. And he bangs on the door a little bit harder.
Okay. No response.
What's the door made out of?
It's a stone door,
Ooh.
and it does have a keyhole built into it.
Oh,
The keyhole is kind of like diamond shaped, or like rough, blocky, like the doors like to do, like these blocky shapes.
Fang pokes his head around the corner and he says, just a proposition. If we are going to pursue any further altercations, I think perhaps that we could be feeling better for that. Am I right? And he looks around. Is it just me?
Yeah, for sure.
Here's the thing. If you all give me 1 hour, I can create thieves' tools, which will allow me to potentially open that door and give us a short rest, if you will.
Kai reaches into his pack and pulls out his thieves' tools.
Okay, fine. Wanted to do a cool artificer feature, but whatever.
Do you want to have a go at this?
I mean, yes.
And he just throws in the thieves' tools. Says, "Get cracking."
And I'll give it a shot.
Okay. Make your sleight of hand. Are you proficient with these tools?
I am.
Ooh.
21.
Damn, you look at it, you kind of like eye it from side to side, and then you like stick the two thieves' tools in, and you like jiggle it, and you hear a satisfying ka-clunk,
First try.
and you hear behind the door, "Oh shit!"
Excellent.
That's right, motherfucker.
Kai will walk up behind Trax and put the back of his arm on the door and gradually push it open.
Okay, it opens up, and you see the large, muscular Duergar standing there at the side. There's a stone-carved bed and desk occupying this drab room. Atop the desk are several shards of dark crystal, as well as a crumpled-up piece of paper and a burlap sack draped over a glowing object that emits a colored light that shifts from blue to green to red. The Duergar, he has his two short swords out, and he's like waiting to see what you're going to do.
Kai's just gonna casually walk into the room with his hands behind his back and just take a seat on his bed and cross his legs.
Fang will stay at the open door, mace in hand, kind of like with his arms crossed, kind of just intimidation style.
Donar has stepped in the middle of the room with no plan. So he's going to look at the guy and say, "You're straight up, you're not a nice person."
Zemu will
I didn't
get
care
his...
for...
Oh, sorry.
No, Zimu, we
he's
keep
talking.
It's the whole thing. You go ahead.
Zemu will get in his face and just say, "Your men are dead."
Burned.
Trax is going to be going through their stuff.
My father is more powerful than any of you filthy creatures could imagine. You don't understand the glory of it. The power found in the ice. None of you do. But you will learn soon enough when my father unleashes his terror upon 10 towns.
Who's your father? Why is he such a big kahungus?
You made that up.
It's a word that I've said once and will say again.
He throws his short swords down on the ground and says, "Take me captive. My father will come rescue me."
Oh no.
Are there anything cool about the short swords?
They're really well made. They're not anything like magical or special or silver or anything, but they have a nice edge to them. They're well taken care of.
That's really not how this is gonna go.
Yeah, Fang steps in. He says, "You aim to take something that is not yours. You will have to go through us to conquer 10 towns.
You are nothing compared to the power of the crystal."
Would you like to make a bet on that? I am not usually a gambling man, but I have full confidence that we will overthrow your evil plot.
Your doom soars on dragon's wings. And he spits in your face.
Fang takes the spit with nary a grimace, brings his hand up, wipes it off, takes another step in to him, bares his teeth, and he says, "If you want to be by your father's side when he attempts to take 10 towns, you will choose your next moves very carefully."
I've surrendered, haven't I?
Zemu's gonna pick up his swords. I didn't say it before, but he did that.
What do the rest of you do?
I'm going through the dead Duergar stuff.
Each one has a few coins. Actually, one of the Duergar has some copper pieces that have like spiders on one side of the coin.
Huh.
Yikes.
Donar would have followed Trax out of the room just to have a second person out there.
Okay.
Would I know what those mean?
Make a history check.
That's going to be a 26.
You believe that these coins are from the Underdark, and they're probably drow in origin.
As I suspected. Dona, what do you think of these?
Those are coins. Like I suspected.
It's very astute of you. Thank you for your assistance.
Is there more to... I genuinely don't know.
That's it. No, that's fine. You're right. You got it.
All right. Okay.
Nice work. Here you go. And he's going to toss him one of the coins.
Oh, sweet.
Kai, what are you doing?
Kai's just sitting on the bed, arms crossed, legs crossed, just waiting to go.
Fang says, "Tell me, If you would have been victorious against us this night, where would you have gone next?
You're not going to get that information that easily.
I just don't want to make you late for any appointments that you may have. You might be here a while.
I'm a patient man.
Are there others here?
There could be any number of us lurking in the shadows. Why don't you go look for us?
Insight check that.
Okay.
Same. 17.
Natural 1.
Fang, he's talking about an army. He's talking about, he's probably, the Duergar probably infiltrated all of 10 towns already. Zimu, he's being more metaphorical about it. He's like, you don't think there's any more Duergar in the fortress.
Even if there were more here, you hardly put up a fight in the first place.
That's a burn! Zimu burn!
Oh, Zimu is so funny, dude.
Trax, you see Alandi take off flying to the south.
Oh, God damn it. Donut, come with me.
Oh, dude, adventure. I'm so tired.
And we'll run off.
Okay. What do the rest of you do while they're moving away? I'm not
We're
going
gonna
to
split the party.
in this southern part of the fortress, you see an open door in front of you, and the door is slightly ajar, and beyond it, you see that Alandi has flown in through the open door, and there is an axe beak, and Alandi is currently sitting on the axe beak's head.
You know what? I was going to turn you into a bag of holding, but you found Ted Johnson.
Ted Johnson, the real mayor.
How you doing, Ted?
You found Ted?
I don't know why I asked. I don't understand him.
I got the vibe. He's mad at us, but like he gets it.
Ted, you are an idiot, but will you let me ride you? You don't understand what I'm saying.
He's
Right,
like trying to be
hopping on.
nice to him.
It does have a saddle. It came with a saddle.
Oopsie daisy.
Make an animal handling.
I'm not going to help him.
Good choice.
That's an 11.
He's trained. He's domesticated. So Ted Johnson...
Train, domesticate.
Yeah. Ted Johnson goes where you want him to go.
And that's
All right,
the
Ted.
slogan.
Ted Johnson goes where you want him to go.
I'll go, so you don't have to.
That's
He'll
why I
leave the
use.
light on for you. All right, Ted, let's go.
Have it your way. I'll
Ted-
take the
Ted-
reins
Ted-
on
Ted
Ted.
Johnson.
Auto parts. And so Trax isn't actually riding him, and I'm leading them like it's a parade again, because that was fun.
Trax is actually kind of having a lot of fun. He's like, this is it. You know what? I was unconscious 5 minutes ago. Jesus Christ, Ted, slow down.
Fang has taken
Not
out.
all of us can see the entire map at once.
Ted Johnson's hauling ass, dude.
Fang, what are you doing?
Fang has taken out some rope and tied the Duergar's hands behind his back,
Okay.
and keeps his hand on the bundle of rope after it's been tied very tight, just so he knows what the dude's hands are doing at all times.
Okay.
And starts to usher him, shoving him out this door here.
Okay.
Before they go,
Yes.
Kai's gonna casually walk over, still arms crossed, and just kind of kneel down to the Duergar and say, "So where is your pops anyways?"
You won't have to go looking for him. He'll come looking for you.
Wrong answer. And Kai throws a knee right into his face.
Roll to hit. At an advantage. He's tied up.
Advantage is an 18.
Okay, you're trying to knock him out?
Yeah.
Don't worry about rolling. Your knee just impacts his jaw, and he just goes limp. Still breathing.
Good.
That was unnecessary.
Fang looks at Kai and says, "Would you like to carry him?" He was going to walk out of here.
I wasn't gonna let him leave.
Fang, without waiting for an answer, it's a rhetorical question. He scoops up the Duergar onto his own shoulder, and just Fireman carries him on one side.
Okay. He's a big guy, but it's like, but you're a big guy too. So.
Yeah,
Big boy.
and I guess out to where he can meet Trax and Donar.
You're not going to believe what
Ted
we found.
Johnson. Theodore
Fine.
the bird.
As he sits up on top of him, just like his arms up in the air.
Kind Fang, what are you doing?
Fang, I walked out to...
I'm just walking out following, yeah.
Zemu, on his way out, will pick up his hand axes, his 2 hand axes he threw, wherever they would be.
As the party approaches, Donar is going to say, yo, super excited about Ted, but also, should we get that gem, or should we just leave it here? Is it dangerous?
Oh shit,
I don't know if
let's
you
go
guys
get
were going
that.
to bring it out here. I was focused on Ted.
Before anyone touches it, I would like to, and he's going to whip out his little magic detector. If you give me 10 minutes, I will see if these gems are magical.
Good idea. I'll stay here
Can
with
you
Ted.
check these boots while you're at it?
Oh yeah, sure.
In that 10 minutes, Fang would like to see if he can drop this drawbridge.
It's easy to do. It's to a well-greased pulley
Cool.
atop. You just loosen the chain
Then
and
once
let it up.
once that's dropped, Fang, while Trax is doing the detect magic, Fang will go to the goat cage and unlock it, open it, and we'll go to the cows and untether them
It's a
and
menagerie.
lead them to the drawbridge and send them forward just to fend for themselves, but at least untethered.
After 10 minutes, your detect magic.
It's like a little hand crank. Just takes that long. This takes a minute. Hang on.
It's like charging a cell phone. You cast detect magic.
I do.
And where do you go?
And I go back into that room and look at those gems.
It's quite a large collection of glassy black stones. There's about 12 or 13 of them. They're ranging in size from a fist size to chips. But you look at it and both of you make a perception check. And actually an investigation check. Kai, you're there, right?
Yeah.
That's an 8.
You said investigation.
Yes.
Investigation is... Ooh, I got a +5 in that. That's 19.
Kai,
Nice.
these look very similar to the sword pendants that the cultists were wearing.
Seems like we know where they make them now. Or at
The
least store them.
Also on this desk is a burlap sack with something glowing underneath it.
Oh shit, the lantern. Yep, let me get
And it's
that.
definitely magical.
I'm gonna take the stones and shove them into the bag with the lantern. Say, oh Kai, did you want me to take a look at those boots?
Yeah. And I'll pull them out of my pack and...
They are not magical. They're well made, but they're not magical.
They're very nice.
The you actually look at them and it looks like there's a little lever on the side of them, each of them, and you pull the lever and crampons come out of the bottom of the boots. Little spikes.
Interesting.
Uh,
Well,
Also on the desk is a crumpled up piece of paper.
Is it in common? Or anything on there in common?
It's written in charcoal and looks like it's runes, dwarvish runes.
Oh, well, fuck that. Let's take it anyway. We could ask the dwarven woman in town.
check the bag. Are the pearls in there as well?
I don't know. Are the pearls in
They
there?
are.
Well,
Yes.
yes, Fang.
Then we have acquired what we came here for.
and the livestock, right?
Indeed. I will ensure that they make it out with us.
Well, let's head home.
Yeah, dude.
Well, not home, but,
At least
Wherever's next.
Okay. So it's the middle of the night. So are you going to travel straight from here? Because you left, it was about 6 or 7 when you left. This whole thing has been happening between 8 and 9, 10 o'clock.
I would say it's
We could
probably
rest here.
a good idea to
Yeah.
rest while we're alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The rest happens. Nobody bothers you. You look over at the leader who has not given you his name yet. And he's just awake now after the long rest. And he's just looking at you, glowering, looking at you all.
You said that your father was going to conquer 10 towns, yes?
It is a certainty.
Well, it may surprise you to know that we have already heard this news. Your father wouldn't happen to be Zardarok, would he?
You have heard of the great Zardarok Sunblight?
Well,
I am his son, Nildar.
We haven't heard of you, so
yes, your name carries no weight here,
I'm sorry.
nor does your father's.
We actually just we heard about your father from it was written in a bathroom stall.
He spits at you, Trax.
Do that again, and you will be unconscious for the rest of the trip again.
Trax actually goes up and slaps him. That kind of flares up his temper.
You see him just kind of like just glare at you and says, I wouldn't sleep ever again if I were you. We will slip into your tents in the middle of the night and cut all of your throats. We will. He starts going on a rampage about how the Duergar are going to boil up out of the mountains and take over this sunless valley. And he just starts rambling.
Kai kicks him in the face.
And he goes unconscious again.
I'm gonna lean in even though he's unconscious and say, I'm gonna sleep so fucking well tonight. I'm gonna sleep like a little tiny baby. I'm gonna get drunk.
This is after.
Yeah, no, just
okay.
in like 16 hours. I'm gonna be so tired. I'm gonna sleep so hard, and I'm gonna dream.
This time, Fang doesn't bother to pick him up. Fang holds him by the scruff of the back of his neck and drags him through the snow.
One thing, Zimu, during the watch, there's frost everywhere, and there's like spilled water in some places. So there's like reflective surface. And you look down at like the shiny frozen water, and you're looking at your face, and the tip of your nose has turned, has whitened, is no longer red.
Oh. Okay.
Just a little bit of a smudge. I mean, you wouldn't have noticed it unless you had a...
Mm-hmm.
It's an anti-Rudolph.
He'll just kind of brush it off as if it's nothing.
So you head back to Caer Konig?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's tie him behind some cows. Just drag him.
There you go.
Drag him through the snow.
For sure.
Give him the Hector treatment.
Hector!
So the farm caravan, you make it back to Caer Konig in just a few hours. Jarthra meets you. She sees you all coming down from the mountain. What you got there?
All your stuff.
Talking about the thing you're dragging behind the cows.
A suspect in the coming
Oh, you caught the thief.
altercation.
I'm surprised you didn't murder him.
We murdered plenty of them.
This one will be important in the negotiations.
Oh, I can't wait to hear about this. Well, come inside. Warm up.
Oh, it's so cold. Always. I'm in.
Just wait till I tell you how 2 of them died.
Trovis shows up eventually.
Oh, Travis!
He's like, Deputy Donar.
Hello, it's me.
So I hear you've got a suspect?
Yes, we do. His name is Hildar.
Nildar.
Nildar Johnson. What was it?
Sunblight.
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 Shall we put him in lockup?
Yeah, Donar's gonna like hitch up his belt and say, "Yeah, I figure putting him in lockup is the right call. Standard
You're
procedure."
smart. You'd kill him.
No, well, we may be able to ask him some questions and get some intel.
Trovis and Donar bring him to the speaker's house, which has an office, like a sheriff's office, and a jail cell. It's very Andy Griffith.
Yeah.
And you lock him up. What do the rest of you do?
I'm gonna go get a drink.
I'm gonna look for some of those things I saw last time we were in town.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Well, that's a nat one.
Okay.
I'm tired.
You do not see any.
I'm gonna bring their lantern back in the hopes that I can get some free drinks.
You definitely get some free drinks. Corey and Allie are very happy and says, you are free to stay here. You and your friends are free to stay here whenever you're in town. Please come back and visit.
Oh, well, thank you.
Zemu will take time in the room to meditate and then kind of examine the rest of his skin, just see if there's any more of the nose thing.
You find a couple of places, and they're like your elbow or like the bony part of your wrist. Just
Cool.
a little bit of discolor. Nobody else would be able to see it.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Just a little bit of like discoloration where it's like lighter than red.
Did Frozen Far have armor to sell?
They would not have armor to sell, no.
Okay, that's all right. I feel like that's the only place in town that might have, so I just don't think this is the town. So Fang is gonna he'll follow tracks to the bar.
Did you want to show that note to anybody?
Oh, I guess we should show it to what's her name?
Jarthra?
Jartha.
Yeah.
I'm totally giving that one to you. Okay. She looks at it and says,
That wasn't.
Yeah. She says, it says in Dwarven, You will find me on the frozen ferry in East Haven. From this new base, the search for Chardalyn continues. Long may our father reign over this dark land. Signed, Dearth. The note was crumpled up.
Wow, you know what this means?
What is that?
We have to meet someone named Dearth.
Well,
But also, we should go to East Haven.
yes, I think that we could get a lot done there.
Chardalyn, spelled Chardalyn.
Yeah, would we have heard of that?
Make a history roll.
That's a 10.
Nope. You just want to rest here and then leave for East Haven in the morning?
Mm,
Yeah,
good.
that's the right
Donut's
call.
Donar's still at the speaker's house, so to expedite, he'll just head back to the Northern Light when business is taken care of.
Trovis comes up to you, Donar, and says,
Oh yeah,
I know you'll be heading out of town soon, but I want you to know that you've been the best deputy I've ever had.
thank you very much. I've been. Donar was starting that he's gonna let it sink in for a second, and he's gonna genuinely say, yeah, thank you. That means a lot. I've been trying to be more responsible recently, and sometimes I just feel so freaking dumb. But like, it's nice to know that I've left a positive impact on you and the town. So thank you. I appreciate it, dude.
I'm just very impressed with your work.
Well,
Trovis says, I know that the influence of a deputy will not hold any weight outside the borders of Caer Konig. However,
sure.
I want you to keep this badge and think of yourself as a deputy wherever you go.
Donar is going to give him a grin and kind of jut out his chin and say, I will do just that, Trovis. Thank you.
Call me friend.
Friend Trovis. Thank you. And if you ever need someone to help you stop drinking so much, because I can tell it gets you into some tight situations.
I'm working through that.
One day at a time. Just like, don't do it today. And then tomorrow, you just got to worry about not doing it tomorrow.
Thank you for that. I really appreciate that, actually.
Hey, rock and roll, dude. I'll freaking see ya.
See you soon.
And I'll head back
Donar.
to deputy, Deputonian. Draka deputy.
Anybody else do anything else? The next morning, you head out for East Haven. It is, I believe, I think it's like a 9.5, 10-hour.
You think Jartha could hook us up with some dogs?
She has enough dogs, but she uses them and she rents them out to people who are in the area and going out into the wilderness.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're going off to not come back for a while.
Sure.
She
It's
says, unfortunately, I've got to keep these around, but if you come up with the cash, I might be able to do you a deal.
I understand. Thank you very much.
It takes 9 hours to get to East Haven.
Just so we all know, since we basically took 2 long rests back to back, Donar would have he would have 4 of his long rest snacks available, and that's 2 like thick corn tortillas and 2 pancakes made with Russell berries. Because I had 10 Russell berries.
Nice.
And now there are 3 in each pancake, and I've got 4 left.
Russell
So if anyone
berries, that's
needs
great.
Russell berries.
2 temporary hit points, let me know.
Yeah.
I got 4 of those.
As you approach along the Eastway, you see it's a fairly large town, holds about close to 1,000 people in it. As you're approaching, you're up on a hill overlooking the city and the lake, and you're kind of going down into the town from the west, and you can see lots and lots of docks on the long wooden walkways, and lots of boats frozen and sitting on top of the ice, and some frozen into the ice. As you approach, though, you see a large crowd of people outside of town, like right off the Eastway. You see quite a large group of people, about 100 to 200 people, and it's a good chunk of the town, and they're all gathered around a huge pile of wood, and you see soldiers holding torches up in the air, and you see a black woman, who half-elven, pointed ears. You're about several hundred yards away, and she points down at the bonfire, and suddenly the torches all as one come in, and as you get closer, you see a pole in the middle of the bonfire and a man in red robes tied to it, and the flames leap up around him, and he screams. What do you do?
Well, let's go look at
How
that.
far away are we?
Yeah.
You're about 500 yards. coming up, you're up on the hill a little bit, overlooking the city, and you're just kind of walking down the east way into. You can see a good portion of the city.
He's in red robes.
Red robes, yes.
Do they look at all like mage robes?
Yeah, they look like mage robes.
Then Kai is going to break into a full-on sprint.
The flames leap up, and you just see the robes catch fire, and his face just start to encompass, and eventually his entire body is consumed. You see the spectators actually kind of getting closer to fire for warmth.
Oh.
Trax is gonna yell, Kai, if you volunteer for sacrifice, we're not helping you this time.
Kai doesn't answer.
Zema will start running as well.
Bang all 4 dashes.
Oh shit, I better run too.
You see that the woman, she has graying hair, short hair, wears a very nice suit of armor, green cloak, and she sees you kind of running up. And hold there.
Who was that?
He was a red wizard of Thay we caught. He murdered some adventurers, so we're making an example of him.
What was his name?
His name was Dazan. And that's where we're going to stop for the evening.
Fuck.
Well, shit.
That's the worst news.
Please subscribe and leave us a review on Podchaser or Apple Podcasts, and share us with all your friends. If you leave us a review, we'll read it on the air.
Yeah.
Follow us on Twitter at Severed Sons DND. Thank you to Wizards of the Coast, D&D Beyond, Roll20, and thank you to Syrinscape, Andrei Sitkov, who released a bunch of sounds on a Humble Bundle that's currently going on right now, and amazing music. We did some amazing music. And to Monument Studios for the amazing sound effects and music. Stay frosty, everyone.
Bye.